In a village, there was a large hermitage of Gotham Buddha where a renowned Buddhist teacher resided. Among his disciples was one who was quite talkative, constantly sharing stories and engaging in gossip. When collecting donations, he would bring back tales from every house, fostering negative discussions among the disciples. This individual often spoke highly of himself, claiming superiority over others and emphasizing his sacrifice in leaving a comfortable life for spiritual exploration. One day, the guru gathered all the disciples and proposed a 1-month resolution to strengthen their determination and self-power. Each disciple was free to choose a resolution based on their ability, with the consequence of reverting to their old routine if the commitment was broken. While others chose resolutions according to their capacities, the talkative disciple sought a grand resolution directly from the guru. The guru, aware of the disciple's tendency to boast, proposed a seemingly simple resolution to remain silent for a month. The disciple, considering it too easy, urged the guru to assign a more challenging resolution. Unyielding, the guru insisted on the silence resolution, emphasizing its significance. Reluctantly, the disciple followed the guru's instruction, embracing silence and refraining from uttering a word for the specified period. This decision proved more challenging than anticipated as the disciple grappled with the burden of not speaking. As days passed, he fell ill, struggling with the internal conflict between the desire to speak and the commitment to silence. Eventually, he approached the guru, expressing his difficulty and seeking guidance on breaking the resolution. The guru, understanding the disciple's internal turmoil, explained the value of silence in cultivating inner strength. He encouraged the disciple to persevere, highlighting the importance of mastering a seemingly small resolution as a foundation for addressing greater challenges in life. Motivated by the guru's wisdom, the disciple persisted in his silent resolve. However, realizing that true peace required more than external silence, he embarked on a journey into the forest, seeking solitude to quiet the inner voices that persisted despite his efforts. Months passed without news of the disciple, raising concerns about his well-being among the ashram members. Unexpectedly, he returned, transformed by his experiences. The disciple shared how the solitude of the forest had led him to profound insights, enabling him to attain genuine inner silence and peace. The story teaches us the significance of thoughtful speech, the challenges of inner silence, and the transformative power of self-discipline. It underscores the value of mastering small resolutions as a path to achieving greater goals, and the importance of cultivating inner peace amidst the noise of the external world. As he continued the silence, it seemed easier for him at first. He managed to stay quiet for a day, but by the second day, the weight of not speaking began to burden his mind. On the third day, he felt a heaviness, and by the fourth day, an odd uneasiness set in. The other disciples in the ashram engaged in conversations, and he felt the urge to share his perspective. He desired to cease speaking, but his determination hindered him. Consequently, he limited himself to gestures, using only his mouth and eyes throughout the day. As more days passed, the disciple's condition worsened and he fell ill. Experiencing an explosive headache, he lost interest in eating or drinking, consumed by the intense desire to speak. Seeking guidance, he approached the guru, communicating through writing. In his message, he expressed his struggle, stating, "Gurudev, I want to speak. I can't bear it. I feel breathless, on the verge of insanity. Should I break my resolution?" Upon reading the disciple's plea, the guru responded with a smile, stating that resolutions are meant to be broken. However, he emphasized that fulfilling a resolution enhances inner strength, guiding one on the path of societal understanding and awakening. The guru reminded the disciple that the choice to take and break a resolution was within his control. Many fellow disciples had abandoned their resolutions and returned to their old routines. The guru warned that if the disciple couldn't handle this small resolution, how would he manage the challenges of life? The decision the Guru affirmed, rested entirely in the disciple's hands. Hurt by the Guru's words, the disciple withdrew silently. He retreated to his hut, speaking only when necessary for essential tasks, spending the rest of his time in solitude and contemplation. 15 days had passed, and most of the disciples in the ashram had already given up on their resolutions. However, one particular disciple remained steadfast. Since making his commitment, he hadn't spoken a single word. The entire ashram was astonished at the transformation of someone who used to be so talkative. After 15 days, he approached his guru with a written message expressing, "Gurudev, outwardly I am silent, but there's a cacophony within me. There's a constant stream of complaints and questions in my mind. Despite my external silence, my inner chatter persists. Is my resolution still valid?" The guru assured him, "Yes, your resolution is intact. However, as long as external voices reach your ears, your mind will keep speaking. You need to distance yourself from these external influences and internal voices." The disciple, after saluting the guru, ventured into the forest the next morning. Despite the completion of the resolution period, he didn't return, causing concern among the ashram residents. Fears of him being prey to wild animals circulated, prompting extensive search efforts. While others assumed the worst, the guru remained optimistic, suggesting that the disciple might have found what he sought. Another ashram disciple approached the guru, expressing concerns about the talkative brother's fate. The guru acknowledged the possibility of animals being a threat, but suggested an alternative reason for his absence. The disciple inquired about the harm in speaking too much, to which the guru responded, "One of life's many miseries is the inability to remain silent. Constant chatter contributes to more than half of our problems. Meaningless conversations often lead to family disputes. We resist silence, eager to express our thoughts, convince others of our rightness, and engage in a cycle of mutual misunderstanding. This habit persists throughout life, robbing us of time, understanding, and precious moments that could be truly lived. Unfortunately, many remain unaware of the losses incurred in this relentless pursuit. Just as people are oblivious to their arrival, they are equally unaware of their departure." The disciple inquired, "What's the solution, Gurudev?" The guru responded, "There's only one path. Observe your thoughts with full awareness. Addressing mental challenges by staying present and performing tasks mindfully can bring remarkable changes to your life." Having received these insights, the disciple respectfully bowed and left. 3 months had elapsed since the disciple departed from the ashram, with no news of his whereabouts. The Guru brothers had relinquished hope of his return. However, one day he reappeared in the ashram, surprising everyone with boundless joy. Yet he was not the same person who had left. A remarkable transformation was evident. His face exuded a serene calmness, and his eyes reflected profound peace. Upon entering the ashram, the Guru brothers surrounded him, engaging in conversation. He too conversed with his Guru brothers. Those who interacted with him noticed that he was no longer as impulsive and talkative as before. Every word flowed smoothly and sweetly from his mouth. After conversing with the Guru brothers, he approached the Guru. Touching the Guru's feet, he asked, "Gurudev, am I still silent? Is my resolution still intact?" The Guru scrutinized the disciple's eyes and affirmed, "Yes, you are still silent. Not a single word has escaped your lips, and your resolution remains intact." The disciple then shared his journey, revealing, "When I left the ashram, my external silence concealed numerous voices and questions within me. Seeking peace, I ventured into the forest, hoping the inner chatter would subside. However, solitude intensified the internal voices, echoing past wrongs. I realized how mistaken I was in uttering hurtful words to my family, friends, and Guru brothers. I used to believe I was right in speaking ill of them, even feeling superior. But that day, I recognized my folly for the first time. These voices and complaints persisted for a while, but one day they vanished. In that dense forest, devoid of external sounds, I attained inner silence. I grasped the true meaning of silence. Peace enveloped me, Although some familiar sounds lingered, I couldn't hear them, yet I could hear the voices of nature, the wind, birds, and flowing water with full consciousness. I experienced unprecedented peace. To test this newfound tranquility, I uttered words for the first time. I exclaimed, "Oh God, what kind of peace is this? Why is everything so quiet? What happened?" However, even my shouts failed to disrupt the peace. Everything remained as calm as before, both externally and internally. The disciple shared with the Guru, "Hey Gurudev, I've spoken to my Guru brothers, to you. I'm talking, walking, observing everything. But deep inside I feel completely alone. Whether in silence or in a crowd, I'm still in solitude. Even when I try to create noise within myself, that solitude persists. Now everything is visible. Everything is starting to be heard." The Guru responded, "As long as we keep expressing ourselves outwardly, there will be unrest within. The key is to turn inward. Then, regardless of what comes out of our mouths, we will remain calm." Much of the world's troubles arise from our incessant speaking because we resist silence. We talk more than necessary, unwilling to listen to others. Instead, we aim to silence them, to make them understand who I am and what I can do. This becomes the purpose of our lives. Our energy gets wasted in meaningless conversations. In societies where people talk but seldom listen or understand, lives are filled with sorrow. Many have never learned the art of silence because it makes them feel small. The root cause of global conflicts is our constant chatter. Therefore, we should speak only as much as needed, as unnecessary talking drains our energy and pulls us away from our inner selves. The external world is full of chaos, but if you desire to turn inward, keep your mouth closed. That's why enlightened beings like Buddhas sought solitude. They avoided excessive talking and listening, stayed in seclusion, and maintained calmness. This solitude allows easy exploration of the inner self. Even in the midst of the world, one can live in solitude and remain calm. However, to achieve this, one must conserve the energy previously wasted in meaningless words.